Welcome to Math Camp. Today is Wednesday, May 14th. Let's dive in. Okay, I want to start off by doing introductions, and what I'd like to do is split you all up into groups, and please introduce yourself to groups. I figure going around a whole room and talking for a bit is, I don't know, people tend to, I feel like it's more intimidating or whatever, so we're going to give you guys a couple of minutes to go make some friends, introduce yourself a little more deeply, and I strongly encourage you exchange info for a study group for math camp to bounce ideas off of. Ask if you miss part of it or miss something for math camp's sake and for 111, 112 sake. I think that working together is huge. And so let me open some breakout rooms and we'll be using these. I'm going to try to do the same breakout rooms in each week. We'll see if that actually works. Okay, so go to your breakout rooms, introduce yourself to each other, make some friends, and then come back when you're done, okay? Ariana, you okay? Ariana, are you there? Oh, you joined. Good. Good, good, good. And I'm going to pause the recording so that we don't have dead air time. Okay, I think I will let Aaliyah and Ariana be mysteries because I forgot to hit the record button again. No. There was one other thing I've got to add. Sorry. Aaliyah, are you typically going to be in the Wednesday, the Thursday, or both?
I'm gonna try to be at both,
Okay.
but I think Wednesdays for sure more likely fit my schedule.
Okay. Wednesday, definitely. Thursday, question mark. Ariana, what about you?
I would say the same.
Okay, Wednesday, definitely. Thursday, sometimes. Who's next? Stephanie.
Um, okay, so my name is Stephanie. You can call me Steph. My pronouns are she, her. I'm majoring in medical studies, and my plan is to obviously go to medical school and become an anesthesiologist.
To
And
become a what?
anesthesiologist.
Anesthesiology. Okay.
Yeah. And as for my hobby or interest, currently right now, I am like collecting stuff. I really like collecting CDs or comic books. Like especially if I find any in Goodwill or anything like that.
Cool. What days? Wednesday,
Um,
both.
Wednesday really works for me. Thursday, I'll try to come as much
Okay,
as I can.
gotcha. Isabel.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Isabel. My pronouns are she, her. And then my major is forensic science. And then I used to do competitive dance a lot. So I just sometimes like dance like for fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Forensic. You just said forensics.
Yes.
Yes, good. Wednesday, Thursday, both?
I'm gonna try both. I don't know because I don't have like a set like work schedule, so I don't really know.
Okay, that's fair. Just typically what you're gonna aim for. Got it. Caitlin?
Hi, my name is Caitlin. You can call me Kate. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now.
Oh, sorry.
My pronouns are she, her, and my major is biology in pharmacology and toxicology. I want to be a pharmacist. I'm not sure what type of pharmacist yet, but somewhere there. And I really like to read crime books. So, yeah.
Cool. Stephanie? Wait, Samantha. Sorry, Samantha's next.
Hello, y'all. My name is Samantha, but you could call me Sam. My major is health science, and it's a hobby of mine. I like to read books.
Cool. What do you want to do with health science? Where do you want to end up?
I plan to go to medical school.
That's great.
Actually.
I'm going to be a doctor.
And both days work for me. In the worst case scenario, maybe Thursday I wouldn't be able to make it, but I'll try to make it.
Sure. Okay. Uba?
My name is Uba. My pronouns are she, her. My major is biological sciences, and I plan on going to medical school. And a hobby of mine is, I guess, I like photography.
Cool. Wednesday,
And
Thursday?
yeah, Wednesday would work for me. So
Only.
only Wednesdays.
That's okay. Good. Christine?
Hi, my name is Christine. I'm a medical studies student and I plan to go to medical school and become a cardiologist. Pronouns are she, her. One hobby or interest I would say is going to the gym and playing basketball. And then I'll be able to make it Wednesdays.
Wednesdays only. Gotcha. Okay, Miriam?
Hello, my name is Media. My pronouns are she, her. Um, I'm currently a biomed major and I do plan on going to med school, and a hobby I have is ice skating.
Awesome. Wednesday, Thursday, both neither?
Mainly Wednesdays, but sometimes I feel like I'll do Thursdays too sometimes.
Gotcha. I'm going to put you as definitely Wednesday, Thursday question. Gotcha. Skylar?
Hi, I'm Skylar. My pronouns are she, her. My major is psychology, and I plan on going to med school. And one of my hobbies is I love to paint. And I'll be there definitely Wednesdays, and I'll try to be there Thursdays as well.
Wait, psychologists go to med school?
I want to become a psychiatrist.
Okay, okay. Cool. You love to paint. And did you just say Wednesday only?
I'm going to try to make both, but definitely Wednesdays.
Okay, Wednesday, yes. Thursday question. Johanna, yes? Said it right?
Joanna, H is silent.
Joanna.
So, my pronouns are she and her. My career plan is to be in clinical trials. My major is biology, emphasis with toxicology and pharmacology. And my hobby and interest is watching K-drama and C-dramas.
Clinical trials, that's med school, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. MD. Who's next? Kylie?
Hi, my name is Kylie. I go by she, her, and I'm currently on the pre-med track and want to go to med school. And one of my hobbies is I really like hiking and anything in nature, really.
Awesome. Me too. Did you just say Wednesday, Thursday?
Oh, yes. I think I can make most Wednesdays and most Thursdays.
Okay.
It's really iffy each week.
Yeah. So if people can't make Thursday at all and know it, I won't email them reminders, poke them, or whatever. No stress about that. Joanna, did you say Wednesdays only, or remind me what you just said?
Wednesdays, I'll try to do Thursdays.
Okay, Wednesdays, yes, Thursdays question. That's everyone. Wait, Kate Vasquez, Wednesdays, Thursdays, both.
I can do both.
Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, both. And I'm Wednesday, Thursday, both. Okay, there was one more thing that I forgot to put on these slides. Oh, right, yes. Sahyu is one of my awesome students from last year, and he is here, and I would like him to say a couple of words now about his experience and give a couple of words of sage advice. Sahyu, are you up?
Hi, I'm
And
Sahil.
let me not full screen. Hold on. Let me stop share so you can see your awesome face. Stop share. How do I stop share? Zoom. Stop share. There we go.
Hi, my name is Sahil. Like Dr. Tucker mentioned, I took 111 and 112 this past year. And I really enjoyed the class. I think physics is very interesting, like conceptually, and lots of things we talk about are things you've heard about in like your everyday life. And I think conceptually it's not too difficult. And there's a lot of formulas that are easy to memorize, but in my experience, and I think everybody else around me, what really can catch you up is your algebra skills sometimes. And so I think it's a great thing that you guys are all doing the math camp to kind of build up those foundational skills. Because even like the formulas, there's like I said, there's a lot of formulas, but lots of them you can deduce from one singular formula just using your algebra skills. And so having those good like foundational math concepts kind of helps tie everything together and kind of form like a big cohesive narrative almost. Um, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Sahyu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to go back to screen sharing and go on to what's next. Okay, no audio, yes, good. Okay, my introduce myself here. My name is Ross Tucker. I am a professor here at ASU. Duh, my pronouns are he, him. My career plan is I am a father, and yeah, I've got the side gig at ASU. Just kidding. It's, yeah, well, I don't know. I very much like being a father. There are my kids on the right and my puppy on the upper right. My big hobby is, as Sahyu can attest, he does this with me, along with half a dozen other students, is I hike up to a mountain peak, set up a shortwave radio transmitter, and talk to the world with Morse code. So that's my advertisement for the Ham Radio Club. If you're interested and haven't already joined, let me know. Okay, so also very important, look at my kids, aren't they cute? Aw. Wait, why didn't it show up? Did it stop sharing? Did it stop sharing? The screen stopped sharing unexpectedly. That's terrible. I zoomed in on my kids and it broke, probably because it's too cute to see my kids. Well, we'll just go with this. Okay, full screen. There we go. I'm sorry about this, y'all. Why this? No. There we go. Okay, so let's establish some standards for math camp. Please, unless you have a very good reason, everyone turn your cameras on. We're going to be sharing and holding up papers until I can come up with a good online whiteboard system, holding up papers to the cameras. And I want to be able to judge your comprehension, judge how much you're picking up on stuff, and being able to see your eyebrows and is very useful for me. So please, everybody, cameras on. Unless you really actually can't or are not able to. Standard number 2 is talk to your classmates. We're going to be doing a lot of group work. I firmly believe we're going to be doing a lot of work in general. I firmly believe that me talking physics at you lecture does absolutely nothing for understanding something tricky. You've got to do it to learn it. So we're going to be very doing. And another thing that's also backed up by educational psychology is that working in small groups is really important when you are saying the physics, explaining the physics to somebody else, or hearing a different person, not just the instructor's viewpoint, you understand it deeper. That only works if you participate. That only works if you're engaging and not just sitting back. Let me strongly encourage you, strongly encourage you. If you don't get it, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. If you were confused, that's okay. But you got to try. I'm going to introduce this as one of the big mantras at the end of the class. You've got to give it a shot. Just sitting back and letting it wash over you, you're not going to learn nada. No one learns something tricky like math and physics by osmosis. So be wrong publicly and aloud, and for goodness sakes, if you can't do it here in a group of 3 or 4 people, being wrong in lecture or whatever is going to be so practice being wrong and not knowing here. That's absolutely crucial for progress and mastery. And then finally, talk to your classmates. Talk. Oh my goodness, talk to me. Please ask early, ask often. Ask me to slow down my talking. Ask me to talk louder. Ask me to go back a slide. I would very much like it if you developed this habit and kept it up into the lecture. Having feedback, having questions in lecture makes my life way more interesting. I've been teaching physics for what, 13 years? This will be my 14th year now. And it's way more interesting when it's not just me talking to a sea of faces. I rather like it when students engage. Let me tell you that you're talking too much. Don't you self-censor. If you've got anything, any question, comment, or whatever, you raise your hand, or even just shout it out if I don't see you raising your hand. Especially the slow down, back up, talk louder bit. Now that's very important. Remember, as I'm sure many other professors have told you in the past, but this doesn't make it any less true. If you have a question, I guarantee you a dozen other students have the same question. Do not be shy. Do not be shy about asking. So ask me early, ask me often, yeah? Okay, so did I forget to hit record again? Oh, these recordings are going to be so freaking annoying to work with. Oh, good, we are recording, good. Okay, so today I would like to start on 3 big topics that are all things that the pre-test show that y'all need. Well, okay, all of the topics on the pre-test are things that students have commonly struggled with and things that are very vital for skills that you will use, maybe not every day, but every other day in physics class. So skills that we're going to pump you up on. Number 1, reading and interpreting graphs. The first month of class, our first module, kinematics, the science of motion, is going to be, we're going to be drawing graphs like seriously every day. Change is a profound, I mean, it sounds simple, but it goes deep. We'll talk about the scientific meaning of change, and we'll take that deeper than you maybe think is possible over the course of the day. And then if we can get to this, all of these are themes we're going to revisit and hopefully get deeper and deeper as time goes by the way, is the meaning of value versus slope or rate of change, and curvature, something you may not have even heard of before. For what it's worth, what I'm trying to do is, just before we get into the topics, is we will keep the same threads going on Wednesdays and the same threads going on Thursdays. So I won't be talking so much about graphs, change, and value slope curvature on Thursdays. This Thursday, we're going to be starting word problems. And I'm largely going to be discussing, we're going to be practicing doing word problems in the Thursday sessions. That's not to say that there won't be some mixing in when it makes sense to mix in, but what I want is for people who can only attend Wednesdays, or almost always only attend Wednesdays, them not to feel like they're not connecting with the same concepts, that they're jumping in the middle, that they haven't had a chance to hear something that was vital in the other class. Of course, those of you here Wednesdays and Thursdays, you'll get the best of both worlds. These sessions are recorded. As I said before, I do want to mention they are recorded. They are posted on YouTube. I do not have a huge YouTube channel following, whatever, so probably no one will see this but you. You've got the links. If anybody has privacy concerns about that, I can switch them to private, and then everyone has to have the link for each video, I think, or you'll have to be logged in as your ASU account to see them. Just let me know if you have any concerns or whatever about those, any privacy concerns, and I can let that go. Can make that setting. But by default, I'm going to put them publicly and have you view them. I do want to emphasize that the majority of the class is going to be working problems and doing physics, watching other people do the physics problems. It's probably going to be darn boring and relatively useless. So let me strongly, in the strongest possible terms, encourage you, if you can be here, be here. Watching these videos afterwards will be of questionable use. Okay, before we get into the topics properly, does anybody have anything to share, questions, comments, anything I can do to help? Everything makes perfect sense, And nobody has any thoughts about it? Yeah, really? Really? Yeah? Okay, 1 second. Let me just, I want to make sure that I can look at everybody's face. That's not happening. Wait, how do you do that in Zoom? How do you do that in Zoom? Standard view speaker. No, that's not it. Yes, that's it. Good. Okay. Just want to be able to see as many people as possible all at once. Oh, for dog's sake, this isn't going. This isn't going. Oh, this is so annoying. I apologize. I use this constantly. Oh, Aaliyah, text message. What is the YouTube channel name? It's posted in. I gave you a link. I emailed everyone a link to the YouTube channel, I do believe, or if not that, the spreadsheet. Did I link you all the spreadsheet? Maybe I didn't link you the spreadsheet. Let me do that right away then. Okay, give this to you as we go. Not as we go, right now. Okay, here is the student view of Math Camp. And I want to make sure this is accessible to anyone with the link. And you can view it. Here we go. In the chat, copy that link. And you could see on the front page of that Google Sheet, there's a link to the slides and a link to the recordings for the YouTube channel. You'll have to go into, I'll try to save them in a playlist so you can keep track of them. They're stored, the file name is the month and day, MC, and then today is 0514 because it's May 14th. Sound good? Other questions, comments, administrative stuff? Okay, let's dive into reading and interpreting graphs. And as I said, we're going to start by doing it. To heck with me telling you how to. I want you to engage with us at first, and we're going to do this in groups. If you don't know how, that's okay. I want you to engage with it and try. So please hop into your Zoom rooms. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, then I'll broadcast, come back out. Try to calculate as much as you can with each other. And Miriam, I see you fell out of your group. You were in, I think, group 2, yeah?
I was with,
Caitlin, Samantha, Uba?
no, I was with two other girls. I think Skylar and Christine. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. Go to it. See a bunch of people who are having trouble getting into Zoom rooms? Do you guys see where it is? Okay, so I think at the bottom of the screen there's something, so I'm the host. It looks a little different for me. There should be a thing on the bottom of the screen that says breakout rooms. It might be under more if your screen is small.
Yes, it's under more the dots and then join your breakout room. I just found it.
Sweet. Go to it and engage, please. I forgot to hit record, so here is the brief take on how I did problem 1 here. I split the three legs into 3 parts. I call them A, B, and C. 5 miles in 10 minutes. I asked for position. Oh my goodness, I tell you, you go 5 miles in 10 minutes. So my final position is 5 miles away. The second part requires an actual calculation. 20 minutes at 60 miles an hour. I don't tell you directly the number of miles you've gone. So one way to reason through this is think about what it means to go 60 miles an hour. In 1 hour, I go 60 miles. What about in half an hour? In half an hour and 30 minutes, I go 30 miles. In a quarter of an hour, in 15 minutes, I go 15 miles. In a tenth of an hour, in 6 minutes, I go 6 miles. In 1/60th of an hour, in 1 minute, I go 1 mile. All right, if I'm going 1 mile in each minute, how far do I go in 20 minutes? 20 miles. 60 miles an hour is 1 mile per minute. I could also do a unit conversion if you're familiar with that. Here's the unit conversion for this. 60 miles in 1 hour converted to consistent units. I'm given minutes and miles. I want to have consistent units. I can convert this to miles per minute by saying 1 hour is 60 minutes. Bam, 1 mile per minute. Okay, finally, if you've got consistent units, 1 mile in each minute, 20 minutes, multiply. Distance equals rate times time. Bang. You've gone 20 miles. 20 minutes times 1 mile a minute. The third segment, I tell you directly right there, 2 miles at 30 miles an hour, you've gone 2 miles. At the end of the day, we say, I've gone 5 miles. I've gone 20 miles. I've gone 2 more miles. We put these pieces together. I ask you, where are you after each leg? At the end of the first leg, I've gone 5 miles, I'm 5 miles away. At the end of the second leg, I've gone 20 more miles, I'm 25 miles away. 20 plus 5 is 25. After the end of the third leg, I've gone 2 more miles, I am 27 miles away from my home. So it's not 522, it's 525, 27. Miles per hour times hours tells you not the position, but the change in position, the distance you've gone. And then the next challenge, please pause the video and work on this, is I'm challenging you to draw the graph of miles, position in miles versus time in minutes. On the next slide, I provide a place to draw that. Please pause the video and attempt it yourself. And again, I forgot to hit re-record. Here's my answer for how to sketch the graph of that time interval. In each time given, that tells me the change in the horizontal coordinate, the change in the time on the horizontal axis. So if I initially specify that I go for 10 minutes, the first segment of my interval should have a horizontal length of 10 minutes. The second segment takes 20 minutes. I give that is stated in the problem statement. So if 10 minutes have already elapsed and 20 more minutes elapsed during segment B, I have reached a horizontal position of 10 plus 20 is 30 minutes along the horizontal axis. Finally, you have to calculate, and you can use distance equals rate times time. You could think of 30 miles an hour as half as fast, so you're going half as far in each minute, half a mile per hour. 2 miles takes 4 minutes. So if if my stopwatch says I've already traveled 30 minutes, then I travel 4 more minutes, the x coordinate for the third point is 34. Okay, so the y coordinates here, we calculated in part 1, I've gone 5 miles, then 25 miles, then 27 miles from my origin. So that's what I plotted as the y part of the coordinate pairs. The last thing that I did before sending everyone out is to point out that we could draw little triangles and associate the meanings of those x and y displacements. I'm sorry, we just started with the x displacements as the length of the base of those triangles, and this is where we're going to pick up next time. Thank you for watching.